Everybody thinks becoming successful is easy, but that's not the case when you're young. A lot of people might see kids online winning and think it just happens overnight. But nobody talks about how hard it actually is, especially when you're a teenager. Having to say no to things you want to do, failing at stuff that you really believe in that you could do, and trying to figure out life overall while everybody's just living. And this video is not about motivation. I'm going to tell you guys the reality of trying to become successful as a young teenager who is 16 years old. I'll be honest, I'm not successful yet. At least that's what I think, because in my mind, being successful is being married to the dream of your life, being rich with a couple $1,000,000 and not being able to worry about certain things, retiring your parents, and overall just being successful with God. That's what I think. And by the way, if you guys are wondering what I do for business, I do have an Instagram. Check out more. But yeah, as I was saying, that is what I think in terms of being successful. And overall, I don't think I'm there yet. I feel like there's a long journey for me to go. It's not as easy as you guys think. You're going to face a lot of things, like having to say no to certain things. And there's a lot of times when, I might have to hang out with my friends and go out with them. And, I just have to end up saying no. It's not for the worst, it's because I generally want to get to my goals faster. And it's not because I hate my friends or I'm trying to be different. It's genuinely because I value my future a lot. And there's going to be times where you miss out on certain events. Like, you're not going to be able to go to some sort of party that your family's hosting. Or, yes, you're going to have fun. I'm not trying to make it seem like, grinding is an overall depressing thing. But you're going to have to make a lot of sacrifice. And there are going to be times where you're going to have to choose work over comfort. And that's just the unfortunate truth. You can't always be comfortable. Because if anything, there's actually a quote where being comfortable is the end of a man's life. You can't ever get comfortable in the process of grinding. And you're overall just going to feel different. You're going to feel weird. And what I'm trying to say is, you might be having fun with your friends. You might be enjoying time. But there's going to be times where you're going to feel lonely and just, overall discluded, because you just know that in your mind, you're just going to be thinking, oh, I don't really think like these people. Like, I'm trying to grind and I'm trying to become successful, and these people are just not like me. And you're going to feel that difference, and it's going to start to feel weird. And it doesn't just end at that. You're going to end up failing a lot. Like, I'll be honest, I've tried thousands of things to make money, and I've failed miserably. Like, I'll be honest, I've failed at so many things. Like, I ran a dropshipping store and I made $6,000 in my first month, and it was going amazing. I was printing off of it. All of a sudden, everybody started refunding their orders, and I started losing thousands of dollars. And I was overall at rock bottom, and it just felt horrible. But the thing is that the whole point of becoming successful is that it's not going to be easy, and that's just the truth. You're going to try so many things that are not going to work, and that's just how it is. It's normal. And you're going to feel stupid for believing in something or just trying out a certain business and failing. You're gonna feel dumb, and you're gonna question yourself. Is this worth it? Is what I'm doing worth it? Like, am I actually gonna become rich? You're gonna feel overall confused. Like, you're gonna just end up thinking like, oh, this is really gonna work? And you're gonna think that, oh, am I wasting my time? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing to become successful at a young age? And especially for me as a 16-year-old, I'm not trying to make excuses, but it is kind of pressuring, just thinking like, I'm this young, where am I going to be in the next few years? If I'm going to be honest, I never use my age as an excuse. Like, I generally just feel the same as other people. Whether you're 20, 25, I always have this sense of urgency. So alhamdulillah, I don't really use that excuse of, me being young and all of this. But there are going to be times where you as a young person, you're going to be thinking, is this really meant for me? And it's just going to be like that a lot of the times. And not only that, you're going to have to deal with your parents. And if I'm going to be honest, when I first started trying to make money, my parents did not like the idea. They were like, you have to go to college, you have to go to the normal path where you study, get a degree, get a job. But I didn't really want to do that. And if I'm going to be honest, I generally hated that, going to college, taking the study path. Like, I generally did not think that was meant for me. And I have the right to say it. If you guys didn't actually know, I entered college at 14 years old. If you want to learn more about it, definitely check out my Instagram. I post videos about that too. But yeah, I did enter college at 14 years old, and it made me realize a lot of things that I don't really love college. And my parents absolutely hated me trying to do hustles. But eventually, alhamdulillah, I kept grinding, putting in a lot more work in my businesses. And, results started to show. Like, I started paying for my own things. I even started supporting my parents, and they started to see that, this stuff actually works. And them seeing that I'm only 16 years old, and I'm doing this at such a young age, it kind of made them realize, like, this stuff is possible. You can make money online. But yeah, your parents are gonna not like the idea of you making money online. They're just gonna think that whatever they went through, or whatever kind of way they went through to get money, is the right way. But it's gonna be your job to prove them wrong. But struggles aside, all of that doesn't really matter. Like, your parents are gonna make fun of you. Yes, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of your time, but what your main focus should really be on is the reward. What are you really doing this for? You're not doing it for no reason. You're not doing it just to suffer. You're doing this because you're gonna become successful. You're doing this because you're gonna be able to live that dream life. You're doing this because you're gonna have millions of dollars in your bank account, be able to marry the love of your life. You're doing all this for yourself. It's not for anybody else, and you're not doing this for no reason. You're doing this because of that reward. So keep that in mind. Although I am going through a lot of struggles, I'll be honest, I have to sacrifice a lot of time. I have to sacrifice a lot of things. But once you put that positivity, that goal in your mind, that reward you're gonna have after you finish everything, it becomes a lot more simpler, and you're gonna start to feel way more happy in the journey. You're gonna start to feel like, oh, okay, I'm doing this for myself, and it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be, the most relaxing thing once I actually make it. So don't feel like this is a depressing thing. Trying to become successful, trying to grind at a young age is a depressing thing, because it isn't. Because once you get that goal, it's gonna be worth it. If you guys didn't make it this far into the video, comment down grind, and I want to really see who actually is hustling out there, who actually is grinding out there. So comment down grind, and if you guys want to learn more about what I do, follow my Instagram. Again, I don't want to keep annoying you guys, and make sure you subscribe, like, follow me. And yeah, inshallah, I will be documenting my overall journey. I'm going to be uploading vlogs and a lot more things about what I do. So make sure you guys hit that notification, and I'm going to see you guys later.